Hey guys, so just want to check in. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. As you guys know, Johnny was vindicated. So he won the defamation. Now she had a little mini win, but you know how that goes. He won 15, she wins 2. Now I know there's some weird things about in the state of Virginia, so he's probably going to only come out with so much money. It don't matter. It don't matter as long as he technically won the defamation suit, and the jury said he was defamed on all points. She got one little point. That's okay. Victory, chef's kiss, as I told you. Oh man, and I just I think why I got emotional, because remember I told you guys that for those who saw it myself, because I normally don't get emotional, but I thought about it later. I think I'm feeling a little bit of what's going to happen, because with the public, everybody's gonna just rejoice. Remember the celebration card? Everybody's celebrating. Everybody's on Facebook. I'm sure on Twitter. They're on YouTube everywhere, and I can hardly wait to sit down and watch me some YouTube. And I got my little bag of Pint. I would have put my Johnny Depp T-shirt on, but I was like, oh, that's okay. I got it. I just want to get on and everything, and I'm all color coordinated for this shirt. So, but here, listen to this. This is Amber Heard's statement. Now, I know you don't want to hear this grossness. Okay, and so I know you don't want to hear it, but when I heard it, it was like, ugh. Okay, and it's like maybe Johnny Depp maybe needs to sue her again. Okay, because this woman can't stop putting her foot in her mouth. She was born with her foot in her mouth, as far as I'm concerned. Here's her statement. If you have not heard, and maybe I should add some drama effects because she likes to act. Let's see. Let me go back. Let me see. Here it is. This is when it begins. Okay. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence was still not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm going to add a little accent to make it sound good. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women isn't to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorney succeeded in getting the jury to overlook, yeah, they're all dumb, the key issue of the freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly, Heard said. Is there any more? Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much. So it's all it's all drama. This is all. It's not just. It's once again her trying. She wanted to be the Me Too woman. She wanted to be the voice of women, and everything. The survivor that would lead the women to the promised land, and all this stuff. If I could do it, you could do it. Whatever she wanted, and so and get rich and famous, and just put Johnny in the dirt. You piece of crap. Abuser. Just all that stuff. Yeah, I gotta be careful on YouTube instead of saying those words. But yeah, it's just a bunch of hokey doke. And so but that's what I saw her say that, and I'm just like. You just try to get sued again. You just try to, let's do it again. Okay. So after her statement, all right, Camille, you up for it again? Okay. After a mega pint, right? After a mega pint, we'll just do it again. Let's go for it. Okay. No, but either way, it's just ridiculous. He's probably like, what, just, whatever. Nobody believes it. But no, it just makes her look even more ridiculous. Where you're trying to make yourself, look better, you just make yourself look worse. So, but it to me, it's really not a setback to women. I feel like, the general population, of America and everything is well aware that there are women that are abused, and we do want to take those cases seriously. Absolutely. Okay, but this was a case of a very rich, famous guy, okay, and, they're in the middle of a divorce, okay, she had some demands, and stuff. He didn't want to give in to those demands. He wasn't going to be just knocked around, pushed over, and everything. And because she didn't get away like a spoiled child, because she is a spoiled child and she's a narcissist and all kinds of things. She wanted to stick it to him and stuff. And so, and I even saw her mother. Her mother had made claims, apparently, because, her parents have said some things, but her mother made claims that her lawyers told her to do this whole abuse thing, just so you know. So she's even trying to take blame off her. Oh, but the lawyers told her to do this, and then she got this big mess. And stuff. No, she's more manipulative and conniving than that. It's stuff that a bunch of lawyers can make her do this. But maybe they did tell her, and stuff. But she was spinning these domestic violence stories. She was preparing for this for quite some time, and we're well aware of that. She had already kind of been, mounting things and preparing things. You can even hear on the audio that, the times and the dates line up, and it just sounded, she was even telling me, I'm getting it set up for you. I'm setting you up for your downfall. So yeah, there's so much, but yeah, the difference is. And now this is Johnny's saving grace, is he recorded a lot of this. Now, see, the thing is, if he would not have recorded all this stuff, it might be a 50-50 divided he said, she said situation. But because he recorded some very compelling stuff, that really got people, on his side. When the stuff started coming out, and everything, people started really paying attention and believing him. Now, we know he's not perfect. He said some, we heard some texts that were not nice, and he said some gross things and stuff. And, there were times he got upset and maybe made a mess, whatever. And obviously, even in the first read, I told you guys, that his problem with, drugs and alcohol and all that was going to come up. I told you that. But I also told you she has a problem too. Okay, the very first read, I said they both have an addiction problem. But we were going to hear about his. And I knew that was going to take the forefront and everything. But that was going to be his obstacle to climb. But if he didn't have those tapes and everything, this might have been a different outcome. And even the public. But because of that, and people really studied, paid attention, and even TikTok people getting involved, like when they found the makeup thing and all kinds of stuff. There was a whole lot, but this was a very powerful thing. And that's why I wanted to cover the case. I knew it was going to impact my collective. So when I did my first read before the case even started and stuff, and I told you guys, I feel like he could win this. This looks good. And stuff. It was very powerful. But I'm excited. That he made it and stuff. And it's just really crazy. But yeah, she's still going on. She'll probably have an interview or something. She's gonna try to be heard and listened to and hope somebody will validate her and all that. But it's just But the real interview, I can hardly wait to see when Johnny gets interviewed. I don't even know if he's been interviewed yet. I'm not sure what's going on, but I would love to see that interview and see what he has to say about this and stuff. But it's very powerful. But yeah, with the reading, it was awesome, how that just everything was hitting and stuff. But I think the reason why I got so emotional the last one when I was doing the jury, getting in the mind of the jury and see what, when I saw that victory card about lost my shit. Because for me with thought, and when I'm doing a court thing, I've got victory and defeat and stuff like that in there. And when I got his layout done, I knew, I was like, he's got to have it. There's no way with all this. It looked too good. Now, there was a section, I know one of the people who commented on that video, when I did Amber's row, she had the sun in the center. And they were like, I know you're right, but the way you interpreted the card, the sun was her card. It's like, no. And the reason why, just to clarify, if they're watching or anybody that saw me do that read, which I totally understand why you would question that. If you go to my very first video, the sun is the very first card, which Spirit knows, I know that's Johnny's card. That represents his innocence. The sun card for me represented his innocence and stuff. And I give a big explanation why the sun represents that, okay? Everything was about him being an innocent person defamed. So Spirit hit some real hard cards. In that layout that I did with Amber, the 7 cards, the sun sat in the center. Okay, so it's like here's his innocence in the center of everything, and here's kind of some of the scheming that she's been doing all along and stuff. And then of course with him having victory celebration, Wheel of Fortune, and the star and all that good stuff, it was it was looking like that as the sun was sitting in the center, that his innocence was really shining through and stuff, certain things that regardless of what she was saying, doing, scheming and everything. And that lust card really told me, the lust card, the way she, that lust for, power, fame, fortune and everything. And even like I said, she would use her sexuality or looks and everything. She definitely uses it. She does. She's used it. She's used it on Johnny Depp, James Franco, Elon Musk. Oh, we know she did. All that stuff. Definitely. So that's why I interpreted that way. I knew they weren't seeing her innocent. There was no way. Not when he got victory. And not when he got the Wheel of Fortune. I knew he was going to get paid. And so, but I figured, just like I said in one of the videos, he may not get all of the money, because I kind of figured that they usually in a lawsuit, people will aim high and then the jury goes lower. I mean, that's just what they do. Except they'll go a big amount, just like even Amber Heard's team. Let's just go 100 million, double it. They aim high and then they're going to go low. 100 million, 2 million. That's what they do. Yeah. So I figured that was probably going to be the case. Not that what he was asking for wasn't reasonable, because a couple of movies would be about that much. But I feel like what he got it wasn't about the money though. The main thing was to win in court. And of course, win among the public, social media, the truth come out. However, this televised was amazing stuff. So it was exciting. But yeah, just with reading, it was great to see it come together. I just wanted to get that out. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna watch some YouTubes and kind of cheer and everything and talk to some people. But definitely, like, subscribe. I'd love you guys to follow. And also just if this shows you I know how to read and stuff. Like I said, I'm a very old school reader. I'm just very simple, old school. I read it simple. But keep an eye on my current events, because another thing I want to keep you guys going, especially with things that are going on. Like I said, I've got the food shortage. I dealt with the baby formula stuff. I'm trying to deal with some global Roe versus Wade, various things that are kind of popping up here, okay? And so I'm trying to get you guys prepared. There's a whole lot going on in the world, and I want to try to keep you informed and prepared. Stock up on that food, get those canned goods and all that. Man, I hardly bought anything at the store. Had my little delivery today. I didn't even get that much stuff, and it still cost me $65, right? And I'm like, man, okay. So the prices, they just keep going up. Like my milk was $3.68 a gallon, and it's never that high. So it's just everything. They just keep up, the prices. So just, start stocking up on stuff now, because they're going to keep hiking the prices and stuff. And not trying to scare people. I'm certainly not trying to scare you, but I feel, that food thing and stuff, a lot of what even people are saying, farmers are saying, I'm really trying to pay attention to like preppers and kind of the things they say, they're preparing us. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with the food and everything. I mean, look what's happening with the baby formula. Look what's happening. I mean, that's evidence right there that there's some bad stuff going on. So definitely this is a time to just kind of get those goodies and stuff before, $5 for a can of corn or something. I don't know if it'll really be $5, but it wouldn't shock me if it was, okay, with the way inflation is going. And so it might be maybe $3, $4, or something. So keep it on my videos and stuff. But I enjoy doing this read, for the main read. But I did think about it. I was like, what if he lost after all those cards? And you got him verklempt for nothing. Don't think that. It's like, oh God, I would feel so freaking stupid and stuff, so, but I did feel, I really felt he was going to do it. And so it was just too much was coming up in his favor. And so, and I've been doing this so long, I felt really good. But I'll tell you, and I did it, I posted in the community, if you guys saw, the Amber Alert, man, that was spirit. I don't care what anybody says. No freaking coincidence. I know that was spirit. Now, I hope the child's okay, whoever it was, okay? First of all, I just want to say that. But the fact an Amber Alert came in when her attorney, okay, was giving his BS for her right then and there. I knew. I mean, they even looked shocked, like, it was an Amber Alert, Except I knew that was spirit, hands down. I know spirits work, and it's like they were given a message. They were giving you in trouble. That's why I put in the community, you in danger, girl. With Whoopi Goldberg and stuff. I was like, I know it. I know it's spirit. I know how spirit does stuff. But that was one of the funniest signs I've seen. And then, of course, the other thing I told you guys, 527, 527 that day and stuff, because that was, she filed the TRO that day. That was Lily Rose's birthday, and that was the closing day of the court case. 527. And I'm like, numbers. All us spiritualists, we know numbers don't lie. I knew he would be vindicated. It started on 527, right? And she was shitty enough to do it on his daughter's birthday, right? What a right? And stuff to do that, okay? It began with that, and it ended with this. So I was like, I know he's getting vindicated. That date, man, is stuff that means something. So yeah, I always pay attention. Let me tell you a story. Dates. Let me tell you a funny story. Okay, this is one of my all-time burns in my life. Okay, so I'll tell a story. I haven't told it. I've never told it on a video, but I've told a few people in my life. Okay, so back in the day, my mom, after she passed, she had left me, some life insurance. I was with my ex-father, my kids. We were like, we're going to plan, we're going to be together, this, that. We're going to get a house, have a family. We did all that. I ended up having my son, later had my daughter. We got the house, right? Well, it was money that my mom gave me that I put on the house. Now, luckily, I didn't buy the entire house or anything, but, I put money on the house. I bought things, whatnot. But really, God rest her soul. My mother, had left that to me. So anyway, like a dumbass, okay, but I was in love, we put both our names on the house. I should have never done that. And I could kick myself to this day, but I did. I was young and I was in love. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay. So then when we, decided to split, he would not leave the house. He wouldn't sign it over to me. Of course not. All that stuff. And, I pretty much got to the point, it was a really horrible thing. And I realized the only way I could really be free, is to just sign off the house. The reason why is because, one, I knew he wouldn't take his name off the house. And say I stayed in it, say I happened to get him to move, I could never buy him out. But also, if I paid it off, right, he could, get a chunk of all that, equity, whatever, right? It'd be a mess. But also, if I walked away from it, I had to take my name off the house because I knew he'd foreclose because he was very bad with money back then. Okay, so setting the tone. I agree. I just said, hell with it. I'm just going to take my name off the house. So I took a loss. And it really sucked because I loved that house. Okay, so this is the thing. The house, sadly, and it was so stupid. It's like, you're going to let it foreclose? You might as well just give it to me. But of course, he got behind all the payments because he would go to the bar and blow his money on booze, okay, and crap like that. He wasn't responsible. And of course, the house foreclosed. Well, get this. And this is why dates are important. And I know when I see dates lined up, that's spirit's sign, especially about even vindication. I had the same thing happen to me. That house foreclosed on 12/5, December 5th. That was my mother's birthday. Shit you not. So it's like my mama said, oh, that should have been her house. Okay. And it foreclosed. Literally the date I ended up seeing I was free. I didn't get it on my credit, but it was public record. So I did a little research and stuff. And when I saw that, I swear I was like, oh mama, I know you did it. She was like, he ain't gonna have that house. I know her spirit. He ain't gonna freaking have that house. He should have just signed off and went about his business and stuff. But he was, he was a shit. But yeah, it foreclosed on her damn birthday. and stuff. And see, that's the thing. She was the one, with the life insurance, and she knew she wanted me to have a house, and all that stuff and everything. We had talked about it, but like I said, my stupid butt living large. So if any of you young women, if you have your own money, if you have your thing, if you got a little boyfriend or whatever, don't let him put his name on the house. If you're married, of course, okay. If you're married people, that's one thing, okay. But if you got a boyfriend or your fiance, okay, because your fiance may not turn into your husband one day, okay. Just ladies, if you're young, impressionable, and you're all in love, I want you to always be careful with that. Don't ever put their name on the house unless they're your husband or something like that, okay? So, just stuff like that. You got to protect yourself, okay? So just got to throw it out there. But yes, so, so when I saw the court case was going to end on 5/27, that just made me feel more good that, this should be good and stuff, that this goes in his favor, because she started it and he was going to finish it. And I'm like, yep, that's perfect. I knew it. I felt so good on that. I felt really good. So I'm really excited. So like I said, I just want to kind of chit chat and kind of say how I'm feeling. I'm going to have my little mega pint. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to watch some YouTubes, talk to people on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, I knew this was going to be, I knew I was going to be celebrating and stuff. I felt really good. There was just, there was no, I'm not sure. I just, no. There was no moment of that and stuff. So trust, and it's one of the lessons, tarot can be really great getting some good information and stuff. And I always say, this is one thing I always say to people when it comes to tarot, when I've taught it, the layout is always correct. It's just a matter of interpreting it. Okay, your cards are always right. Your cards are always right. Unless you keep reading the same situation over and over. Same question. I should say, not situation necessarily, but question. Like I said, if you, in my last read, if you're reading, or maybe it was a spirit talk, but if, your boyfriend, and you keep reading, is my relationship going to work out? And you read that all over, every day. And so it's going to scatter. It's going to reflect your fear. It's not going to make sense. So you don't want to do that. Except make sure, like, say if you were your relationship at one point, but maybe you wait a few months and you look at it again. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that and everything, but just don't keep going at it. Will I get the job? Read and stuff. Are they going to call me back? And then 2 hours later, let me look at it again. You do stuff like that, it's going to scatter. It's not going to make sense. It's going to reflect fear. It'll put scary cards up. I know, I've done it. We've all done it. Well, all tarot readers have done it. No matter how good we are, we know we shouldn't do that. But, and I'll probably do it, I may do it if I really want to know something and I'm just, doubting something. We all do it, but we got to make sure we don't. We want to try to learn that lesson and be careful with that. So, but I'm excited. But subscribe. I get you some more content. Get in there. I know my channel's, it's still a baby channel and stuff. I would love it to grow if it can. If not, I don't have to be huge and everything. I just enjoy getting these messages out to you guys and stuff. But I'm happy. Thanks for following and everything. And this is, I'm feeling good. I feel really, really good and stuff. And I know a lot of you guys are too. But I think one of the things is we, like I was telling you guys, I feel like one of the reasons we all for rooting for him is we just, as we always see the bad guy get away with something, we see this time and time again in our society. We got corrupt politicians and all this shit and everything, and to see some justice really served, for someone who's a pretty good guy. He ain't perfect. Okay, he's got to clean up his potty mouth. Johnny, what the freak, Some of the stuff you say, I know you're a good guy, but damn, sometimes you say some nasty stuff. But I know you see, I know he's just got a shit sense of humor, and stuff. I know he's got a dark sense of humor. I got to see if there's some Capricorn in that chart. Because I'll tell you, Capricorn has the darkest sense of humor. And so I got to see, is it in there somewhere, Johnny? Is it, you got something? But yeah, Capricorn, I mean, we sometimes we laugh at things we should not. and stuff. We find weird stuff funny. And stuff. And I'm even just flushing and embarrassed about it because I should be ashamed of it. But there are sometimes I laugh at things that are not freaking funny and stuff. And it's just can have a little bit of a dark sense of humor. So like some of the stuff he says, it's like it's real crude, and it's like I get that nervous laughter. Like I know I shouldn't laugh that he said that, but just some of the things he would say, and stuff. And it's like I know he's just being dark, and I know he's joking, but other people could take that wrong. What the frick, Johnny? Be careful. Okay, you're a famous person. People are going to show that stuff. What the freak? So, don't say things. He's got to clean up his potty mouth. And I think he said he was going to work on that. So I hope he does. Just remember, a lot of kids look up to Jack Sparrow. And so you can't be saying things like comb dumpster and all this stuff. Please, Johnny, clean it up a little bit. The little kids are watching you. They look up to you and stuff like that. So, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I know it's not funny, but it's gross, but I'm just saying, so I understand a little bit of like when he was saying, bury the body. I don't know what he was saying, and stuff. I know he's joking, but it's so crude, What the frick, Johnny? Okay, I'm going to get going. I'm going to watch some YouTubes. Just want to check in with you guys. I hope you're excited, happy, and stay tuned. Subscribe, follow me, and all that stuff. I love to read for you. I really enjoy just sometimes sitting here and bringing it on and seeing what we get. All right, have a good one.